Well, I think we can all agree that no matter how many times you visit, Crater Lake and the national parks never fail to deliver. Left Manzana Village this morning after a nice day off yesterday, and making a short day today and tomorrow just to ease back into things before we start getting into some longer days again. But what's the hurry when you can look at things like this? Was fortunate enough to catch up with a lot of people that I've met so far at Mazana Village that were also there for a day off. Chaser was there when I got there, and we both have a pretty similar pattern over the next couple of days, so we're hiking together and expect to be passed by the next bubble of folks that are making their way north, and there were a whole lot of them that showed up yesterday. So most of them probably will take today off and then fly past us tomorrow or the day after. But that's okay. They're doing their own thing, and they probably have other places to be. In the meantime, our friend Chelsea, who was having really bad foot problems a while ago, is getting much better and has had a wonderful time kind of following us, even though she can't hike. So she'll get a ride to somewhere and then come see us. She rented a car, brought it to Crater Lake, and drove us all over the place, and drove anybody else who needed to go anywhere as well. So she's been a great person to be around, with lots of wonderful experiences in her background. So it's good to meet people like that, and really like everybody else that we've met, from folks who have done triple crowns and do a through hike every single year, it seems like, to folks who are like myself and just doing something they always thought they wouldn't do for their first time. The graciousness and courteousness of all of them have been so appreciated by me and by everybody else. And I'm very confident that that will continue for the next couple of weeks. So we're going to get back on the trail here a little bit. And when I say we, most of the time it's just me. It's the royal we, but in this case, Chaser as well. So a little break this morning before we get back up, and looking forward to a nice, comfortable day walking around the rim here at Crater Lake. Hope you have a great day. Hey, good day, it's Brandon on the trail. However, you'll notice we're not on the trail. This is Tony.
Hey, what's up?
Probably the best trail angel we'll ever run into, because he's a really good friend. Drove
About 3 hours.
3 hours to come find us on the highway, take us, hey Chaser, to Diamond Lake Resort, which we spent 4 hours at, had lunch, waded in the water. Beautiful day and a wonderful place. Not very many people on the trail are going to get here because it's about 8 miles down the road. So we had a lovely day after 9 miles of hiking to get to the road this morning. He's gracious enough to take us back to the trail. We're going to do another 6 miles before we camp tonight, but it is day 12 and we are off and running almost straight north finally, so things are looking up, literally. Thanks so much. Have a great day. We'll see you soon. Bye. Well, how about that? It is here at Thielen Creek, right underneath Mount Thielen, that spent the night after being dropped off by Tony at the trailhead, and Chaser and I hiked another 8 miles to get here. And it was pretty worth it. So now it's day 13. Heading out, we're gonna get at least 10 miles down to Maydew Lake, have lunch, and decide then on our next plan, whether we're gonna stay on the stay and do more miles and get closer to Wendigo Pass today. I'm about a half mile, not a half mile, about a half day behind maybe where I wanted to be right now, just because of the lovely detour we took yesterday. But I think that that's easy to catch up, and if I need to do some extra miles to do so, I can do that. I'm not worried about it. Um, Other than that, I think the biggest concern right now is eating. I'm not eating dinners consistently, so I need to make sure that I'm getting enough food and doing more consistent eating. I'm just not as hungry as I thought I would be, but I'm doing a lot of snacking, so I guess that's good. Other than that, it's a really nice, beautiful day. We've had nothing but blue skies every day. And the biggest goal is to get to Santiam Pass by or before August 7th, because wonderful surprises are in store there. So that's all. I'm going to hit the trail and hope you have a lovely day. One more look here, Mount Thiessen. Well, there it is, with all the drama that unfolds. Dipsou Pass, the highest point on the PCT in Oregon and Washington. We are here. I would expect then everything to be downhill, because if this is the highest point, how could it not be? However, we are in the Cascades, where there will be ups and there will be downs, to be expected. That's north. Gonna start heading that way in a little bit after I take a little rest here at the top, because it is the top. So might as well enjoy it. Here we are at a pretty iconic location, Wendigo Pass Trailhead, which means we're almost out of the Rogue National Forest and getting closer to Shelter Cove and the Willamette National Forest at Odell Lake. But the best thing about this is right there, the water cache. So most people are going to stop, spend an hour or so relaxing, getting some food, refilling all their bottles and water supply before we take on the last 20 miles or 32 miles, depending on how you choose to do it, to Shelter Cove. Chaser and I are going to not take the PCT. We're going to go off trail, cut about 10 miles off the path, but also be in an area with a lot of lakes and fun wildflowers, we believe. So more water and a little shorter venture to Shelter Cove, where we'll get to tomorrow morning at some point and then have the day to relax. Good day. Welcome to day 15 of Abstract Fairways on the Oregon PCT. I am your host, Brandon, otherwise known now as Colonel Mustard. And we have a special guest because really for the last week plus, there's been one person who has popped up in some of the videos quite often, and that is because we've been hiking together, hiking buddies for at least that long, keeping each other sane in a very insane environment and world. As you can tell, we've decided to protect ourselves a little bit from the number of mosquitoes that are currently on trail, just short of Shelter Cove, where we will end our day early with pizza, Coke, and all kinds of other goodies. So we're very excited about that. But for right now, let me bring in and introduce to you our special guest. Here is Chaser. Wow. Hello, Chaser. Say hi.
Hi, I'm so honored.
So here's a little background about Chaser. She's turning 26 next week. So if you want to send her a birthday present, I don't know what you would do with that, but good luck. She, prior to this, was working in the film industry and in Portland, deciding then that she needed to have a massive adventure and hike the entire PCT. So she did start down in Campo at the beginning of May, and we'll get into that in just a second. She grew up mostly around the Kaiser, Oregon area, went to McNary High School, proud graduate class of
2015.
I know, it makes us feel old, doesn't it? Real old. And I think we both agree that without having had each other to talk to, bounce ideas off of, and the philosophical conversations we've had have been very intense over the last week. But right now, we're going to find out a little bit more about her. So I'm going to ask her some questions. So,
Oh,
first question: what made you want to do the PCT?
wow. Well, I was surprised how much you remembered about me. That's so nice. Let's see. I wanted to do the PCT for a couple of years now. Um, and I guess the biggest reason why I chose to do this was uh, I've done a lot of like road trips with my family and small trips around the US, but every trip I've done, everything after that has always just been work related or school related. And I never have had like a big adventure that I wanted. So I didn't take a gap year. I didn't travel the world or do anything like that. So I decided that this would be a fun thing to do. It's something really only I want to do in my life. Like other people around me don't want to do it with me. So, I mean, I'm sure they would if they could, but it's kind of like something that I think is like special for me, and I think that I really wanted to do it for myself, which I figured out how to put it into words now. I think I just want to learn how to like trust myself and become more confident, and um, not just only in the outdoors, but just with myself. I feel like I don't trust my own ideas and um, my own just like body and what I can do, and now I feel much better about it, and I know there's just so much more I can learn. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for that very intricate answer. Reminder, this is a 5-minute program.
Oh,
Okay, next question. What is the most exciting animal that you have seen on the trail since you started in May?
wow. I mean, I've seen some deer, some rattlesnakes. I feel like there wasn't one that was just so exciting. I think the rattlesnakes are pretty cool.
The tarantula probably was pretty
Oh,
cool.
and I saw a wild turkey. That was cool.
Okay,
Kind of scary.
fantastic. What is the importance? Let me rephrase this question. What has become the importance of water to you?
Oh man. I mean, the sound of water is so healing. I feel like I'm less stressed about it now, but not having water and then having like 15 miles left is like sort of stressful. Your body feels like it's gonna shut down a little bit, but I always make it. So now I just like make sure to always camel up, you know.
Very good answer. Do you want to see a bear?
Maybe if I was with someone, but I probably will see one when I'm alone and I'll freak out. It'll be okay.
Wonderful. And now we know a little bit more about Chaser. One last question. What has become the most important thing to me on this trip?
To you. Oh. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Oh man, I'm being tested. I think you just want to finish. You just want to finish the thing.
It's a
But
great answer.
you've been enjoying the social aspect. That's been important. That's been good for you. Um, yeah, is that right?
It's your determination. I can't answer for you.
I think that you do well. Yeah, I think that you really enjoy the social aspect and you feel accomplished when you do um, big days or when you listen to your body. And so I feel like you're going to be great. You're going to do it. Every day is going to be a great day. And if it's a bad day, it's going to be okay.
How can you not want to hike with this person right now? Absolutely, right?
That's
Okay, well,
nice.
thank you for joining us from the middle of Mosquito Alley in the middle of the Deschutes National Forest. And we will talk to you soon. This is day 15 of Abstract Fairway.
Woo.
Finally, this is what the Oregon Cascades are supposed to look like. Well, here we are at Odell Lake at the end of day 15 at Shelter Cove. Wonderful spot. And upon arrival, I was lucky enough that they had a cancellation earlier in the day. So I asked, and lo and behold, have this lovely cabin for the night. After 11 nights of sleeping on the ground, I'm very happy and very thankful to be spending the night in a bed. The cabin's fantastic. It's got a kitchenette, it's got a washer dryer, so everything's clean. It's got a shower, which means I'm clean. and I've been letting some other friends and other hikers use the facilities as well instead of paying for the public ones that are just outside. We are over 200 miles into this journey now. Little over 240 or so left, but from here, the remaining north, they're a little bit longer days, and so we'll be having some longer treks through the forest. But as of for right now, we're just going to enjoy the night here at Shelter Cove. Tomorrow morning, we go about 17 miles, and if we're there before 5 o'clock, there is trail magic at the end of that trailhead. And that's always a nice thing to find. Hopefully there's cold sodas, maybe some snacks, and they're just life pleasers from trail angels that are setting those up. So that's all for now. Stay on your path like you should, and we'll see you soon. We're halfway home. Talk to you later.